TCJA, like his 2017 tax cuts. I can agree that the TCJA had good provisions. Overall, I'd give it a negative, not a negative, a C minus, because it mainly benefited the top 1 to 2%. But what we see now in terms of tax cuts, the big beautiful bill, not only does it cut $10 trillion off of Medicaid, harming the bottom 20 and 10%. But again, it mainly impacts in great benefit the top 2% of the American society. And then he said the retirement funds, and he's helped with that. Go ahead and explain how.
Yeah, so my dad, uh, he got, well, when I was younger, I have a little sister. Um, he is now at the age of 62. He has a 14-year-old daughter, a 19-year-old son, but I'm not young enough to be on his tax returns and stuff. So he's actually got a 5.75 increase on his federal income through the government, aka Social Security, and it's helped him, being able to afford way more groceries.
How did Trump do this?
What?
How did Trump do this?
It
Like, what
was
policy did he pass?
so um the bill that he passed in 2017 that actually got kept through the Biden administration because it was so great. Um, helped it.
No, it's because the tax code ended in 2025, right? And now we're under the one big beautiful bill provisions that
Yeah,
include
and
some parts
that
of the TCJA. But my question is, the TCJ, how did the TCJA help with retirement funds for your father? I mean, you're not getting like giving me specifics. You're
uh,
saying that he got more refunds when doing his taxes.
yeah,
If he is making more than $400,000 a year, is your father making more than $400,000 a year?
no sir.
Then yeah, your father and your family is going to be greatly benefited by the tax policies. But if you take a look at how much of American society makes more than $400,000 a year, it's not as much compared to the people who make less. The average is $52,000 a year. The people who make less than $420,000 are going to be negatively impacted. So all I'm saying here is it's going to be selfish. You're saying it's easier to buy groceries. Yeah, what about the millions of other people that got taken off Medicaid and food stamps? What about the millions of other people, not just in America, but worldwide, that are going to die because of the lack of access to humanitarian aid via the USAID? And then what about the millions of people, the 42 million people during the government shutdown that did not have access to food stamps?
Well,
I think that's a very selfish reason, just because your father got a couple $1,000s back. Even then, I would still doubt that, depending on how much your father's making. But I think this is a selfish reason.
yeah,
But I mean, yeah,
it
I'm not
is.
disagreeing with you.
It,
The policy benefits you, but I think we should vote for people who benefit America as a whole,
uh,
not just a certain group of people.
well, I care about it affecting me. I'm sorry, but I hate to say it. It couldn't. I could care less.
Sure, if Donald Trump killed 14 million people, would you still vote for him because he had a good tax policy?
If it's helping me,
Yeah.
it might be selfish of me, but yeah, I would vote for him. And
Even though he would kill 14 million people.
what what do those people do?
What do you mean? What do they do
Were they
in terms
war
of what?
criminals?
No, just 14 million people across the globe. What if he just killed 14 million people,
Like
like innocent
regular
people?
civilians?
Yeah, innocent civilians. Would you still vote for him, even though his tax policy greatly benefits your father?
It depends who's running, but probably not.
It was Harris and Trump in the hypothetical. So you wouldn't support him if it was Harris v. Trump, and you knew that he would kill 14 million people.
He would or he did.
He would kill 14 million people. Would you vote for Harris or Trump in that election,
Yeah,
hypothetically?
I wouldn't if he killed 14 million civilians. No,
So you would not vote or vote for
I
Harris?
would not. I wouldn't vote at all. I would
Okay,
keep
cool.
my
So
vote
then
to myself.
under this hypothetical that I provided you, let me put into the real world. His cuts to USAID, which was a green light, he greenlit 14 million people to die, and 4.5 million people that are going to die are going to be children. under the hypothetical that I provided with you, you said you would not support or you would not vote for either Trump or Harris,
How
even
did
though
he kill
Trump would
these
have greatly
people?
benefited your taxes. Well, in the real world, 14 million people are going to die because of Donald Trump and his cuts to USAID, and then 4.5 million of them are children. So
You
you
could say
should
that
not
about
support him.
you could say that about any other president though.
Harris was not going to cut USAID. That would have led to 14 million people to
She
die.
would or she did it. Like
She
that,
wouldn't. She would not have done that. Donald
like
Trump did do that.
Donald Trump said he was also gonna do a lot of stuff that he didn't do, which I'm not
Well,
a
he
fan
did
of.
do this. He
So
cut USAID by 92%. That's the point. You said you wouldn't
he,
vote for him if he were to
he
kill 14 million people. Well, guess what? 14 million people are going to die because of
so he
USAID
didn't.
being cut, which
So
is what
so
he
no.
did.
So that's not a direct. He that would be an
It is
indirect
quite literally
kill.
direct.
That
They
would
are
be
going to
it. No,
die.
no,
The
no,
14 million
no,
people are going to
no,
die
no,
because they don't have
no,
access to humanity.
no,
You can say
no.
nah and like have this
But that
through
would
one ear and
be
out the other,
like you're
but
not
you
letting me
cannot deny
talk,
reality.
man.
This is quite
You're
literally
not
a
letting me talk.
direct.
You're not letting me talk, man. Please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on. That would be an indirect kill. And second of all,
Yeah,
so you're
define
telling,
indirect.
sir, please. So you're telling
Can you
me,
define
Abraham,
indirect before we move on? I need to make sure you understand.
um, doing something that killed someone that you're not pulling the trigger on, I would consider direct. All right, now, um, you could say that for Abraham Lincoln. He killed millions of people. You could say that for George Washington. He killed millions of people. You could say that for Herbert Hoover. Killed millions of people. You could say that for Richard Nixon. Killed millions of people. But that's the thing. There's gonna be millions of people in your presidency that die. But that doesn't mean he killed them necessarily, does it?
No, he greenlit this. It was preventable. He did not need to cut USAID. Anything that you're mentioning is going to be because of a war, i.e. George Washington, and i.e. the birth of America, and the birth of democracy, and the
Yeah, but
Revolutionary
Richard
War,
Nixon could have.
i.e. of course there are going to be deaths. But what I'm trying to say here is this is not a Revolutionary War. This is not the birth of America. This is one singular man cutting USAID by 90%, which will lead to 14 million
Well,
people to die.
you don't know that.
4.5. We do know that for a fact.
No, you don't.
It's a minimum of 14. It could be more. 4.5 million of them being children. So in the
Source,
hypothetical that I granted you, where I asked you if Donald Trump greenlit the death of 14 million people, would you still vote for him? You said no.
source,
Well, guess what? Donald
source,
Trump greenlit
source,
the death of 14 million people. If you
source,
would let me finish, I would be able to tell you the source. But can you concede based on what I'm saying?
source,
Um, Based on what I'm saying, when I provide my source, can you concede that you no longer support Trump?
source.
I before I give you my source, can
Then,
you concede
okay,
before I give you my
so,
source? If the source that I tell you says exactly what I say, you will no longer support Trump, correct?
so lies.com actually just came
Okay,
out with the
buddy, stop
statement.
yapping. Can you answer my question?
Lies.com just came out with the statement, and they said Donald Trump is the best human being of all time. So I'm just gonna believe what they
Yeah,
said.
buddy, I'm gonna
Are
provide you
you
a
willing to
source.
concede?
Yeah, I'm going to provide you a source, but
Tell me.
can I tell you? Can
No.
you tell me once I provide you the
Is it
source?
that hard to
Are you gonna
provide me for a
concede?
source?
Are you gonna concede? Yes or
Just
no?
tell me the source, man. It's
Are
not
you
that
gonna
hard.
concede? I need to be able to.
Sir,
I need
sir,
to
you're being
acknowledge.
so difficult for no reason. I'm asking a simple question. Just
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Can you are you gonna concede though once I
like,
provide you the source?
like, are you
Yes or no?
serious? Just tell me the source,
Sure,
man.
sure, 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 sure. I'll take that as yes, you are gonna concede. If you don't concede, I'm gonna kick you for being disingenuous. Let me recap for other people joining because
This is
there's a
what
lot
they
of people who are
do.
in.
Liberals, this is what they do.
Sure, 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 sure. Let me recap for everyone here. So I started the hypothetical of saying if Donald Trump greenlit the death of 14 million people, would you still support him? Best said no, I would not vote in the hypothetical election between Harris and Donald Trump if Donald Trump greenlit the death of 14 million people, 4.5 million of them being children under 5. You would not vote in that election. I proceeded to say this is what Donald Trump said. He asked for a source. The source is going to be UCLA. Quote, research finds more than 14 million preventable deaths by 2030 if U.S. AID defunding continues, including more than 4 million children under 5. USA, and then the subtitles, USAID funding helped save 91 million lives over the past 20 years. New analysis warns that the recent USAID cuts will now put that progress at risk. That is the source, and that is the title of my source. And they quote not only multiple institutions such as peer-reviewed studies, i.e., quote, evaluating the impact of 2 decades of USA interventions and projecting the effects of defunding of morality up to 2030, a retrospective impact evaluation of forecasting analysis, end quote. And the Lancet analyzed data from 133 countries, and they also quote the United States Agency for International Development, which is going to be USAID. They also quote Dr. James McKino, and then they also quote a study
Alright,
by
alright,
researchers from the
alright,
United
yo,
States,
like, you're
Spain,
not
Brazil,
supposed
and
yo,
Mozambique
yo,
that
like, this seems
estimated
like you
91
live
million
too. You
deaths.
don't want to
So I
talk.
just provided you multiple sources. The source that I provided you, the main source, is going to be UCLA. Quote, research finds more than 14 million preventable deaths by 2030 of
Yeah.
USAID
Yo, you're gonna
defunding
keep on
continues.
muting
4
me and let
million
me
are going to
talk.
be children. With what I just presented you and the source that I presented you, you no longer support Trump, correct?
No, like, are you gonna let me talk? You're just gonna keep on muting me every time. It
Yeah,
does
you
not.
interrupted me.
Oh, I interrupted you after you just yapping for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is what I'll put in perspective. So did Ronald Reagan
Yeah,
kill
pivot,
every
pivot on
single?
Bidenism, pivot,
Did
pivot,
did
pivot, pivot,
Ronald Reagan?
pivot,
Oh,
pivot,
whoa,
pivot,
whoa,
Bidenism,
you're
Bidenism,
interrupting me. You're
Bidenism.
interrupting
Yes, I
me.
am.
Let me hit that
I
mute
am.
button. Let me hit that mute button. Let me hit.
Unfortunately, you can't because you're not the host of this live stream. The reason why it was not okay when you interrupted me because it was the topic of the conversation. When I interrupt you, it's because you are pivoting away from the conversation. It's called Bidenism when you use another president or another person to pivot away from the actual debate, i.e., Biden, i.e., Obama, i.e., Ronald Reagan. So don't talk about Biden, Obama, or Ronald Reagan. Talk about the source that I provided you and concede to the fact that I provided you with evidence and you said you will no longer support Trump. Do not pivot.
This
Do not
just
talk about anything else. If you want to talk about Ronald Reagan, we can do
sure,
so after.
sure,
But let's finish this
sure,
conversation.
sure,
We are going to have
sure.
productive
No,
dialogue.
you
Go
just keep
ahead.
talking over me. What's wrong with you, man? Seriously,
Yeah, go ahead.
you need to
You
clear
have
that
two more
mind of
chances
yours.
of using Bidenism, but go ahead.
So would Ronald Reagan
Okay,
consider?
pivot number two. Go
Would
ahead.
you?
One more time and you get kicked. Address what I said.
You just said you were gonna let me have two
Yeah.
pivots. Let
No,
me.
but yeah. Okay, so but you realize the one more pivot and I kick you, and that's going to be a concession.
So, so
We can
you
talk about
kicking
Ronald
me.
Reagan after. Hold
So
on, we can
you
talk about Ronald
kicking
Reagan
me.
after.
So you kicking me.
Is a concession, yes, because I'm telling you right now, if you don't
Yo,
address what I
what's wrong
said,
with you?
if you don't address
You
what I
glib.
said, hold on, if you don't address what I said, and if you continue to talk about Ronald Reagan one more time, I will take that as a concession because you know the consequences of talking about Ronald Reagan.
All
I'll
right.
repeat it. The consequences of talking about Ronald Reagan or
Yes,
using
sir.
Bidenism
Yes,
one
sir.
more time is going to be you kicking, which I will count as a concession and another W in my books. Address what I said, address the source that I gave you, and then concede and say you no longer support Trump.
What is
Take it away.
wrong with you? You're not letting me talk. It's not a. If you're just gonna do this the whole time, like you're not winning any arguments. You're actually losing. It's a sign of intelligence if you're gonna keep on muting me and talking over me. So respectfully, fuck you and let me talk because you just don't know anything.
As long as you don't pivot, go ahead. Address the
All right.
sources that I said. Go ahead. Take it away.
So you said he killed 14 million people. You said that
In
in
the
the beginning.
hypothetical, yes.
I
In the
mean, I
hypothetical.
have recording. I'll DM you after this if you really want me to. And he never killed 14 million people. It is a estimate. You know, the Kentucky Derby just happened, right? Um, did they, did the horse that was estimated to win? Was it, was it? No, it wasn't. So, an estimate is inefficient, just like when the estimate was Kamala Harris was going to win the election. No, didn't happen. She actually lost in a landslide. So an estimate I'm not going to comment on because it's irrelevant. And would you consider Ronald Reagan killing every single person, which HIV and AIDS is a direct or indirect kill?
Perfect. 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 I'm not going to kick you because you did bring that Ronald Reagan part second. So I appreciate you for that. Again, you have one more chance to pivot. So do not pivot or you'll be kicked. So I'll address the thing that you said. You said you don't
Yo, you're
trust. You
not.
don't.
Yo, this is not a like. You're not a king,
I'm,
man.
I'm, well, yes, this is a dictatorship in my live stream. Yes, this is. I am fascist. Yes, in this live stream, I am a fascist. Yes, cry about it. Anyways, can I address what you said, or are you terrified?
Oh, please, please, man.
Cool, cool, cool. So what you said is that you're not going to address the
The
estimates that I
estimate,
provided,
an estimate.
the estimates that I provided, and then you brought up something from Louisiana where someone was projected to win something, but it didn't win, and then you also brought up Kamala Harris, who was projected to win the
You're
2024
supposed to win
election.
the polls.
Yeah, she was supposed to win. She was winning the polls and she didn't win. The difference between that is when Louisiana and Harris's election, that's going to be predictive. We are predicting. It's going to be a predictive market. You know what that is? It's when we predict who is going to win
The
either a
same two
game,
things, man.
i.e., football, i.e., basketball, i.e., soccer, i.e., hockey, and we place our bets on markets such as like Poly Market, and then we win money if we do win, and we lose money if they don't win. That's going to be a predictive market. The difference between a predictive market, i.e., Louisiana and i.e. Kamala Harris's polls, in comparison to the estimates that I gave you, is these aren't predictive markets. These are estimates. How do they get these estimates? Well, 90 million people are benefited all
I
over the
give you
world
estimate,
because
man.
of you. No, it is a fact that 90 million people all over
You
the world
can't
are
you can't
benefited.
fact the future,
Hold on.
man.
It's not the future. I'm telling you the facts. It is a fact that 90 million people all over the world are benefited from USAID because what is USAID? USAID is a humanitarian program that
Yo,
helps
you act like I'm a
programs
toddler, man. I
that,
know
that
what it
helps the
is.
programs all around the world. Okay, USAID helps millions of people, 90 million people. When the US takes out 90% of the USAID budget, roughly a couple billions, I believe it's $6 billion out of the budget, that is going to impact the 90 million people. Okay, the 14 million the number that I'm giving you is conservative. That is the minimum amount that conservatives agree on. It could go up to 20 million people that could die. That is a liberal amount, but a conservative amount is 14 million people at the minimum. Okay, so again, you trying to bring up a predictive market comparing to estimates is going to be not it's not analogous.
So the estimate that I gave you, they had factual information, right? Factual information. But that's not how it always goes.
It's
You
a
could have
predictive market. Can you agree that like when you go to like Poly Market to like predict something, that's a predictive market? Like i.e., if you like want to
but
predict
they have
who's gonna
factual
win the
information,
game.
like you just said.
No,
Yeah,
no, hold on. If you predict who's gonna win the game, you can agree that that's different from estimates, right? Prediction and estimates are two different things. You do realize that, right?
So I'm gonna tell you something.
So then that's not
You
analogous. So tell
considered
me why you
Ronald
still support
Reagan
Trump.
as a
Okay, hold on, hold
murderer
on, hold on. We're not gonna pivot. I
everyone
don't
with
like Ronald Reagan.
HIV
Yes,
and
yes.
no.
I don't
So
like Ronald
so did
Reagan.
he kill the people of HIV and
Again,
AIDS?
pivot, pivot, pivot. I'll give you one more chance because I want you to
You
address
keep
this
on
one
giving
thing.
me that one more
Uh,
chance.
no,
For
well, no,
what
you
reason?
already ruined your three chances. But the reason why I'm keeping you on here for one more time is because I want you to address this one thing. You said you would no longer support him if Donald Trump greenlit the
Bro,
death of
because
14 million people. Donald Trump did greenlight the death of
this
14 million
gets
people that will happen between 2030. So address the fact that you
you
still
just
support
muted me,
Trump.
man. It's not fun. Is this fun to you? Thinking that you're above
It's
everyone,
fun.
just
Yeah, it's
muting
fun like
me?
dog walking you. Absolutely.
Oh, yo, are you for real, man? You
Yeah,
know,
just what I said. Why can you concede that you no longer support
I'm
Trump, or tell me why you
no,
support
because I
Trump?
do, man. It
Okay,
benefits
why?
me, and it's all that matters.
Okay, but that's a okay. But
I could
in
care
in the
less. I
hypothetical,
could care less. I could care
but that's a
less what other
contradiction.
people
In
do. I'm sorry.
can you agree that in the hypothetical you said that you would not
Maybe
support
that's
Trump?
selfish.
You said you wouldn't vote, right? That's what you said in the hypothetical, right? Right?
I can't answer you because you're muting me, man.
Yeah. No.
It's not a
Did you or did you not say you
I'm
would
gonna
not
say
vote?
this one more time,
Hold
and
on.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
gonna
Hold on.
leave
Hold
if
on.
you're gonna
Hold on.
keep on
Hold on.
muting me because it's
Did
not
you or
fun.
did
It's
you not
not
say?
fair. So I'm gonna say this one time, and I hope
And
you
then you're
don't
gonna
mute
run?
me.
Yeah, and then you're gonna run?
You literally just been muting me this whole time until you're gonna kick me.
Because you lied. You said you would. You in the hypothetical, did you or did you not say that you would not vote for Trump or Harris if Donald Trump greenlit the death of 14 million people?
So
You said you wouldn't vote
so
for him, right?
what? You gotta
Is
calm
that what you
down. You
said?
gotta take a deep breath. You gotta
Is
take
that
a
what
deep
you
breath.
said?
Yeah, take a deep breath for me, and I'll answer your question.
Holy chud!
Take a deep breath. All right,
Holy voice crack!
all
What a
right,
chud! Yeah,
bro.
go
Look
ahead.
at
Take it
you,
away.
bro. You look like.
Now take it away,
I'm
chud.
not
Go
gonna.
ahead.
So it might be selfish of me, but I could care less how it affects other people. If it's benefiting me, why would I not like does that not sound stupid? Like you're telling me, yes, you agreed that it is benefiting me. So why would I not vote for someone that's helping me? You agreed to me that Donald Trump is helping people in my tax cut. So why would I not vote for a man that's helping me?
Great question. You said that it's stupid not to vote for Donald Trump, but he's benefiting you. Why didn't you take that into the account when I asked you the hypothetical of Donald Trump
Pivot,
greenlit the death
pivot,
of 14
pivot.
million
Why are you
people?
pivoting? I'm gonna kick you because you're pivoting.
Yeah, you're gonna kick me? How are you gonna do that, bud?
I'm gonna kick you because you're pivoting.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have one
yeah.
more chance. I'll give you one more chance.
Yeah, yeah, sure, 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 buddy. I don't. Can you tell me how that was a pivot? Go ahead.
So basically you went one jump to the other, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
what was the
count that as a
jump?
pivot.
Yeah, what
That's
was
a
the jump
pivot.
from, and then where did I jump
That's a
to?
pivot. I'm gonna
Yeah.
mute you. You know what? I don't want to like you're doing to me. I'm
Hey,
just gonna
is
mute
this you
you.
like crashing out?
Yo, bro, look at you. Look how stupid you look.
Yeah, you're a beta chud. Is that you crashing out, buddy? Is that you coping?
Yo, for what? You didn't do anything to me.
Can I address what you said?
So so
You asked
if
me why would you
someone
not
is
vote for Trump? Hold on,
benefiting
you asked me a
you,
question. Can I answer it?
so that's like saying, my boss is giving me $200 an hour, but he's being mean to my coworker. What will I do? Do I quit? No, because he's paying me $200 an hour. But too bad for my coworker. He's helping me out. So why would I go screw him, my boss, and quit on him, even though he's giving me $200 an hour? So the same thing, me to Trump. Oh, sorry, he's hurting my coworker, but he's helping me out. So I'm just gonna stick with him.
Yawn. Okay, you asked me a question and then you provided an analogy.
Yeah, because like
Am I
I
able to answer
yeah,
your
go on,
question
man.
and your
Go
analogy
on,
without you
man.
interrupting me?
Go on, man.
Good boy.
15 viewers watching.
Yeah, get a good boy. Good beta. Okay, cool. So you asked me a question. Why would you not vote for Donald Trump? That would be stupid. That's what you asked, and then you provided me with the analogy. I'll address the analogy first. You said if you were being paid $200 an hour by your employer, and this employer was mean to your coworkers, like i.e., workplace harassment, in workplace, you would not quit your job. That's I would argue if you don't, sure, you don't have
That's
to quit your
selfish of
job.
me, and I
Sure,
don't give a
sure.
fuck.
Hold
Like,
on. Hold on. Sure. Right. But that's thinking of what I wanted to address about this analogy is going to be it's not analogous. Donald Trump isn't being mean to anyone. He greenlit the death of 14 million people. So let's take your analogy and make it analogous. Let's say your boss is paying you $200 an hour, and then he goes around killing 14 million people. Let's say he greenlets the death of 14 million people. I would say that yes, you should quit. That is the right thing to do, even though you're being benefited from your employer.
so
And I think
who?
that would be
Can I ask you
selfish.
something?
Can I finish? I think that would be selfish. So that is analogous. And now in the new analogy, yes, you should quit your job. Now the question that you asked me is why wouldn't you vote for Donald Trump? Well, why didn't you ask yourself this question when you answered my hypothetical? When I asked you the hypothetical question of if Donald Trump greenlit 14 million deaths, would you vote for Trump or Harris? You said you would abstain from voting. You would not vote at all in this hypothetical election. So when you ask
Well,
me
yo, you're just gonna
why would you
yap.
vote
Like,
for him?
I'm
Why didn't you take this into account when
so
answering the
so
hypothetical
come on,
question? Go
man. Let
ahead.
me let me. So what would you say is gonna estimate, like you like to say, will kill these 14 million? What was put in place?
It's what was taken out of place.
So what
It's
was that?
the lack of USAID funding because Donald Trump cut
So how did that
90
happen? What had to be?
because Donald Trump cut 90% of the USAID
So
funding.
what did he have to do for that to happen?
What do you mean? What did he have to do?
What did he have to do for that to happen?
He had to like cut the USAID funding.
No. How is he able to do that?
How is he able to do that?
Yeah.
A policy, executive order, any sort of legislation.
Okay. So y- us, the people of America, right, voted for Trump, right?
Yeah, what's your point? Go
So
ahead.
we trusted him, right? And now and now and now it's helping us. The people who voted for him helped us, right?
If you consider
No, no, no,
like
no,
14
no, no, no.
million
Yes
people
or no
dying,
question,
sure.
man. Yes or no question.
No. The answer is no.
No. So
No.
I voted for him, right? It
Cool.
didn't
Yeah.
help me. It's not helping me right now.
Well, your father. How much do you make a year? You make
Um,
more than 400,000.
no, I don't.
Cool. Then you're not being benefited. I'm talking about your
No,
father.
I hate to break
Your
it to you, but I
father is
am.
being benefited from it, not you.
No, I hate to break it to you, man. I'm being benefited from it.
Yeah. How? How are you being benefited from it? And what are you being benefited from?
My taxes were cut
How much
nearly
money do you make a year?
10%. nearly 10%,
How much
bud.
money do you make a year?
That's none of your business. I'm asking you
And
how many.
your taxes work at 10% how? What policy? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they cut 10%.
Yeah, what policy? Go ahead.
My federal tax actually
Your
got
federal
10%.
taxes, how did your federal taxes get cut by 10%? Go ahead. What policy and what tax bracket are you in that led to the 10% cut in federal taxes? Go
So there's
ahead.
actually only one going to 500,000. You know that, right?
Repeat.
There's only one going to up to 500,000.
What does that mean?
Like, cause I just, all right, never mind. You don't know the experience brackets. I could tell with your 15 viewers.
You don't
So
know what, hold on, do you know what tax brackets are?
yeah, it's when someone makes money, they get taxed a certain amount. It's pretty known. I could
Right.
actually a
So
seventh grader that question. I mean, come on,
okay,
man.
so you're making it seem like you don't know because you can't answer what
So
tax
so I'm
bracket
gonna
you're
tell
in
you
that
this,
led to this
man. I'm gonna
10%
tell you
cut in
this.
federal
I'm
taxes.
gonna tell you this.
Can you answer my question? That's
I'm
the
gonna
like
tell you
fourth
this.
question you have not answered.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah, can you answer the question
Honestly,
first?
after you muted me, you lost
Yeah, you're gonna
respect.
run away. You realize that I
I'm
can
not
ask you
running away,
questions.
yo. I'm here.
You
I'm
realize
here.
that I can ask you questions that you have
I'm
no
here.
idea what you're
I'm
talking about,
here.
then you're gonna run
How
away.
much how much money do you make, man?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much money I make. The conversation is with you. You said you get
Oh,
benefited
so
from it
you don't want to answer a question that you asked me.
because
So
the money I
that
make is not
that
relevant.
seems so. Oh,
Let me explain to you real quick why the money I make is irrelevant and why the money you make is relevant. You made the claim that you are greatly benefited from these tax cuts from the big beautiful bill. So obviously, I would have to know how much money you make a year, what tax bracket you're in, and then I would have to you would have to tell me the provision within the beautiful bill, one big beautiful bill that led to this 10% federal tax cut within your tax bracket. I did not make the claim that I am greatly
I'm
benefited
actually in
from
a thing called a
tax
will, and
cuts.
let's say like if my dad does good, guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
Chicken
Guess.
butt.
Guess. Got jokes. Um, I my dad does good. I'm in his will, so that would mean I would do good too.
So you can see that you're not being benefited from from Chuck's
Whoa,
taxes cuts.
the
Then
concede
is that a
word, man.
concession?
Like you're acting like Napoleon.
Is that a
Like I don't
concession? Because I mean, you moved the
understand.
goalpost. At first, you said that you are
You
benefited from the
actually
taxes
goalposts
individually.
can no
Hold
longer
on,
be
at least
moved.
you moved the goalpost. You said at first
Yeah,
you
you
said
just
you are
asked me a
greatly benefited
question
from
that
Tax
you
Cuts
couldn't
and Jobs
answer.
Act,
If
and
you
then
did,
you said that you are in his will. So even if you're
yo,
not
man,
benefited from
can you
this, you're
stop
in
muting
your
me,
father's
man?
will.
Can you stop muting me?
If you would
Like,
stop interrupting me,
you're not interrupting me.
I interrupt you whenever you pivot. That's justified. If I'm pivoting, feel free to interrupt me, but I am not pivoting. I'm simply addressing the fact that you did not answer four of my questions and
So,
four concessions so far. By the way,
yo, you're crazy. So I'm gonna. So
you're gonna
why?
run.
So, yo, you said that 10 times. I'm still here, bud. So, I'm gonna tell you this. If you were to ask me a question, but you're not willing, you're not a man to answer the question you asked me, then that question I will not answer because you're just being a bitch and a baby that
Yeah,
you
why are you
won't
being
answer that question.
misogynistic?
What?
Why are you being misogynistic?
What?
Well,
Your
you're
mic's
saying
going off. Your $10 microphone is like
it was
muffling.
actually $45.
$45.
Yeah,
Five
it's
Below.
pretty decent. No, not Five Below. It's from Amazon. Pretty decent quality for $45 microphone. I'm
waiting.
Cool. Are you
You
being
running away?
misogynistic?
That's a concede.
That's a concede.
10
Gonna
and
be
0 in my book.
it's gonna be
Oh yeah.
concession. It's gonna be a concession, bud.
Oh yeah.
Keep
You
track.
just conceded. 10 and 0.
10-0, yeah, buddy. Okay. I mean, before we get back into the
Not your
topic,
bra. Continue.
before we get back into like you conceding about your
Oh,
taxes,
can
let's
we
talk
just
about
talk
your
about how
misogyny.
handsome Donald Trump looks in that photo
Are you like
behind you?
trolling? Just like low tier rage bait?
I literally gave you statistical facts and you just want to
You
ignore it.
provided no statistics.
Are you serious? You
I'm
agreed with me though.
serious.
But you
What did I
agreed
agree with
with
you
me
on?
that it benefited me.
It benefited your father, not you, because you
No,
don't make
you
four
said it
hundred thousand
benefited me
dollars a year.
though. Replay the clip. Replay the
Yeah, I said
clip.
it benefited your father. Yeah.
Yeah, you said it benefited me though.
Yeah, prove it. Go ahead, play the clip.
So you record your
Yeah, it's
TikToks?
on YouTube. If you want to go to YouTube, it's gonna be the link to my bio. You have a like laptop. You go over to my YouTube. I'm live over there on YouTube right now. You play the clip of where I said it benefited you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, take it
Appreciate it.
away.
Your 5 viewers on that, I'm assuming?
No, there's 10.
Oh, good job. So,
Yeah.
um, I'm gonna I'm gonna educate you really quick. The
Go
reason why
ahead.
you have such low views is because you're not open-minded.
Oh, am I?
You know, I'm willing to agree Donald Trump isn't the best, but he's a lot better than a woman.
Oh,
So,
okay. Why do you think men are better at leading than women? Go ahead, take it away.
well, I didn't say that.
You
I
literally
said
said Donald Trump is better at
better than
leading
a woman.
than a woman.
Yeah, like
Donald Trump
Kamala
is a
Harris. Like we
man.
know damn well she wasn't a good president. She
She
had to
was never
sleep her
president.
way up.
Who did she sleep with?
Like Charlie Kirk said. I'm
Who did
quoting
she
the
sleep
Charlie
with?
Kirk.
Yeah, who did she
I'm
sleep with?
quoting the Charlie Kirk.
Who did she sleep with?
No, you're not listening, man. I'm quoting the Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, the racist, misogynistic piece of POS. I don't want to get banned. Yeah, who did she sleep with?
So you're disrespecting a dead man. Wow,
I
how?
don't care. A dead man, a bad man who dies does not become a good man. Charlie Kirk was and will always be remembered as a bad man.
Wow. So you're disrespecting a dead man. That just shows your character
Absolutely,
right
yes.
there.
I mean, do you disrespect the German man in 1940s, or do you respect him?
So
Answer the
basically,
question.
so
Do you
what?
respect the German man in 1940s, or do you disrespect him?
Why would I respect that, man? I'm Jewish, man.
Precisely the point, right? So just because someone
So,
dies
so
doesn't
I
make them a
had
good
like
man.
that's really disrespectful.
How is that disrespectful? Go ahead.
You are comparing Charlie Kirk to Adolf Hitler.
No, I'm not comparing Charlie Kirk to
You
Adolf
just,
Hitler.
yo, man, you just
I would tell you
did.
the what's analogous between the comparison if I made if you wouldn't interrupt me. Can I tell you what's analogous?
Yo, come on, man. Like you
What's
don't do that.
analogous here? What's going to be
So
analogous here
you
is
were
not the
saying that
person.
I'm a selfish piece of shit just because I said
I never
it
said
was
yeah.
helping me, even though it wasn't helping other people, but it was helping me. And you said I was selfish.
Yes, I did.
And
Sure. Let me tell you what's analogous. What I'm not comparing Charlie Kirk to the German man of 1940s. What I am comparing though is a claim that you made.
I'm gonna
I
drop my
disrespect.
5-figure job just because my coworker down the street is not getting paid enough. So I'm just gonna do that because
No, you could go
why
on
not?
strike.
What?
You could go on
So
a
yeah,
general strike.
So you're telling me to go on strike even though I'm making 5 figures?
Yeah,
You,
if
I'm,
people, if your community members aren't getting paid, yes, go on strike.
but
Absolutely.
so are
Stand
you?
up for other people. Stand up for what's right. Right. If
Why
you don't go
wouldn't
out and
I stand
protest,
up
if
for
you don't go,
myself
if you,
first?
I'm sorry. If you have a five-figure job, you going on strike for however long you need to, it's going to be a short amount of time. It's not going to impact you at all, especially if you claim that you're in your father's will and your father is like this millionaire who makes so much
I
money. It's
never
not going to
said that,
impact
brother.
you.
Never said that, brother.
Yeah, that still
You just
doesn't.
assumed. You just assumed.
Well, no, you told me he makes more than $400,000 a year, correct?
Nope, never said that.
Yes, you did.
I
Let's play the
said
clip.
I said that the
Play the clip.
tax.
No,
I
let's
said
play
that
the clip. You said he plays more than $400,000 a year. How much do you want to
I
bet on
did.
that?
I
Yeah,
did.
you want to bet money on it?
I said that the tax
No, you
benefits
said your
him.
father. You when I asked you the question, does your father make more than $400,000 a year? Your answer was yes. Do you want to bet? Do you want to bet? Yes or no? Don't run.
Gambling because I'm smart.
Oh, you want to bet? You don't want to bet. But wouldn't it be
No,
smart if you knew you didn't say that, and then you won the bet? And I would then have to owe you the money. Wouldn't that be
I
smart?
no because betting is a form of gambling, and because I'm so smart and educated, I don't gamble.
Yeah, but if you knew that you were like, let's say we betted like $10,000 on this, and you knew for a fact your answer was not yes to the question, that would just be $10,000 in your pocket. That would be the smartest decision you would ever make in your life. I think that would
Actually, the
be a dumb
smartest
decision
decision of my
not to
life
take that
wouldn't
bet.
be going on strike because of my
What does
coworker.
strike have to do with a bet?
Uh, you just like, are you the smartest
I think you're just like
decision?
tracking. I think this is
You
like
just said the
tracking her number
smartest
10.
decision. My phone's about to die. You mind adding my
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
computer?
Yeah,
You
you're gonna
mind adding
run.
my computer in
Yeah,
the
you can't join
thing?
up on guests. You
60
can't join up on guests on
60
TikTok.
VKY. Can you mind adding me so I could debate you when my phone dies?
I don't think you can join as a guest on your computer, but yeah. So can you address A, the analogy that I
So
presented
now you're just
about
not
Charlie
gonna. So you're
Kirk, and then
scared.
B,
You're
address the
scared.
analogy that I
You're
presented with the
scared.
bed, and then
You're
C,
scared.
let's go
You're
back to the
scared.
taxation.
You're scared. So I'm gonna pivot one more time because I get banned from your 15 view TikTok live. Scary. Was Ronald Reagan
Oh my God.
was
I told you I don't like that man.
So was he? Do you
He was
think
a
that
bad
he's
man,
the
very bad
reason
man.
why every single person with HIV and AIDS died?
If he did
It's
not,
yes or no question, man. Yes or no question.
that's not a yes or no question.
Yes, it is.
It's really not.
I said. I said. Was he the reason why why the people with HIV or AIDS died? Yes or no?
I'll answer your question. What's up, Jay Brun?
What
Yo,
is up,
just good,
Jeremiah?
How's it
man.
going? Do you
Do
still
you
support Trump, Jay?
huh?
Do you still support Trump?
I'm actually not. I was coming to debate that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh
You do support
yeah,
Trump? All right, cool,
MAGA,
Jay. Jay,
MAGA, MAGA.
that's your party, Jay. By the way, that's your party. Jay, listen, go on mute for a couple minutes. I'm gonna dog walk
Okay.
this guy. I'm gonna dog walk this guy, and then
Like
we'll
you've
get started
been
with the
right.
rant.
Like I've just
Like
been. You
exactly
see
like
how
I've
I
been.
have more
Can I
gifts
answer your
than you?
question?
I have more gifts than you. That just proves that I'm just so much better.
You can't see the amount of gifts that I have because
No, I
I am the
can't. On my
host.
top right of my screen, bro.
What? Are you
I
talking about the likes?
no. That's
Jeremiah, can I
top left.
pitch in just 1 second about something you and him said?
Go ahead.
You mentioned that you were disrespecting Charlie Kirk because he will always be a misogynist, a racist, or whatever. But what would make the difference of us doing that to like Alex Preddy and Renee Good?
My man.
Just because you
Renee
believe.
Nicole Good. Yeah, was Renee Nicole Good racist or misogynistic, and was Alex Preddy racist and misogynistic?
Okay, if we believe he's
Tubby's in the
bad,
chat for Jules. Yeah.
Well,
if
that's
we
what you
be,
believe in, man. Not
yeah, that's just what you believe in. I don't believe anything he
yo,
said was
Jay. Let me
racist.
dog walk this guy really quick.
Okay, yeah,
Hold
I
on,
just
Jay.
wanted
Can I
to.
address what you said? So
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
that's gonna
just
be
gonna I was just gonna mute
yeah, no,
because
Jay. I'll address what you said. That's gonna be a reasonable counter argument to what I said in terms of Charlie Kirk. You guys can believe whatever about Renee Nicole Good and Alex Preddy, and I can believe whatever
Mhm.
about Charlie Kirk. The thing is here, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Charlie Kirk was murdered. Very bad. I do not condone that. I condemn that. Okay. I condemn that. But the point is here, a bad man does just because they die, they don't become a good man. Okay. If you have reason and evidence to believe that Renee Nicole Good and Keith Porter Jr. Were bad people, provide me that reasonable evidence and conclusive evidence that led you to said conclusion, and then I would concede, right? But that
uh,
wouldn't mean that their
yeah,
deaths were justified just because they were bad people, right?
yeah. We could say the same about Alex Preddy. Did you not see the video of him destroying that ICE officer's vehicle?
Doesn't make him a
Uh,
bad person.
how does that not when he was obstructing justice? Can I ask you that?
When he was obstructing it. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be considered obstructing justice. I don't think it makes someone a bad person, just because they break the tail light of a police officer's car. It doesn't make them like someone who could be like potentially like violent, sure, but
Oh,
even
that's an
then,
indirect. That could be indirect murder right there. You know, they have to get to the call. You know, the cops have to get to a call, right? But their headlights out. Now they can't go. They get in a car crash. That's an indirect murder right there. You condone that, or you condemn that? You know, you were the one saying all these hypothetical.
I'll answer that hypothetical. Well, let me just finish talking to Jay real quick. Also, they're not cops; they're federal law enforcement officers. There's different
Yeah, they're
federal
actually
police
above the
officers.
cops, by the way. They're actually above them.
If you want to say they're on the federal level compared to like the
I
municipal
wouldn't
level,
say
sure.
above. I wouldn't say above.
No,
Sure,
they
but
are. Technically, they
they
are.
don't have any jurisdiction over U.S. citizens. But let me answer your question. That doesn't make him a bad person. Does that make him someone who obstructed justice? Sure. But not everyone who obstruct justice are bad people. And I would argue
Mhm.
in this instance, we would have to look into the specifics of what happened on that day. But just because he obstructed justice doesn't mean he deserved to die. 10 days later. That has nothing to do with it.
Mhm.
Like I said, you can think he's a bad person, but that doesn't mean he deserved to die. I can think Charlie Kirk was a bad person, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that his death was justified. It is a fact that he was
And
assassinated.
and I'm
All I'm
not
saying is
arguing
Charlie
that
Kirk. Right,
and
go
I'm
ahead.
not arguing that either of I don't believe any death.
Right.
Like I said, I was just creating a counter.
No, but you can. I'm agree with you. You can think he's a bad
Yeah.
person if there's
Yeah.
reasonable evidence, right? Is there reasonable evidence that leads you to believe that Renee Nicole Good or Keith Porter Jr. were like racist, misogynistic, POS?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, is there like any evidence to believe
No.
that
I
he
just brought that. I just brought that up in an
yeah,
argument because that
and
is
I
a
would agree with
left.
you. If it is the
Yeah.
case that there was evidence that they were like bad people who harmed society, like Charlie Kirk, I would agree with you, right? I would agree with you, like talking like bad about them, right? Even though they died, because
Hmm.
it doesn't make them good people. Once they die, right? Like a bad person
Yeah.
is going to be a bad person after the death. All I'm arguing is Charlie Kirk was a bad person who harmed society, harmed trans people, harmed women, harmed people of color. Doesn't make his death justified, but it just makes him a bad person even after his death. But
Mhm.
listen, I'm gonna finish dog walking this
Yeah. Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
was
finish dog
just
walking this little last
going
kid.
on
I
mute.
appreciate you for that question. Best, you asked me a hypothetical question, I believe, about Ronald Reagan and whether or not he directly caused the deaths of people. If Ronald
That
Reagan
died from
cut
HIV and AIDS because
per,
you said that Donald Trump directly killed these 14 million
I just
people.
said he greenlit the death. I said he
Yeah,
greenlit the
but
death.
then, but before you said he directly killed.
I never said the word direct.
Okay, for sure.
I said he greenlit the death of 40 million people. If Ronald Reagan greenlit the death of everyone who died via AIDS, i.e., he cut like money out of some programs that prevented the spread of AIDS, then I would blame him for that. Absolutely. Would it be just him? No, it would be his administration as well. Just as Trump, it's not just Trump; it's his administration. But we're talking about the president. Yes, I would blame him. But can you give me any evidence that Ronald Reagan did that?
Yeah, but I'm just going
So
to
what's the
get
evidence?
a statistical fact. So, because I like to have statistical facts and I don't want to give you wrong information. So, give me 20 seconds.
Yeah, go for it. So I will concede it. Like he did cut these algorithms, and yeah, Ronald Reagan greenlit those deaths, right? Knowing that if he didn't cut these programs,
Yep.
those people wouldn't die.
I just, yeah, I wanted to give you the exact amount, but you're
Go
looking
for
at
it.
it, so that's fine.
Oh no, I'm not looking at. I'm just saying
Oh,
like, if you provide me a source, and it is the case that Ronald Reagan cut these programs that led to the spread of AIDS and led to millions of people dying because of AIDS, then yeah, I would think that he greenlit those deaths. Jabron, how's it going? She said you support
yeah, I
Trump.
just got it from Public Health.
Yeah, what's the title? Yeah, I'll make
But
sure to double
while
check those
he's
things
on
as well.
mute, I'm gonna address something. Somebody said Trump's name is mentioned in the Epstein files more than Jesus is named in the Bible. Yeah, that's because the Epstein files is 3 million pages long, and the Bible is 1.5K long. So that's not a good argument.
Sure, but I would still here argue that it is very bad though that he's mentioned like over a million times per congressman.
You know, can I? I'm gonna be honest with you,
You
Trump.
don't have a title?
So, do you believe when you look for a president? Do you look for his
Is that a
morals?
concession?
Do you look for his morals, or do you look at will he get the job done?
Both, both,
But which one do you value more?
both
So,
equally.
so you value them equally.
Yes.
Would you say Donald Trump has been able to get stuff done?
No. Yes. Yes.
Would you say his morals are necessarily bad?
Yes. What he's done is bad in accordance with my morals.
So
Yes.
we could agree. I will be able to agree on that, just like you were.
So you agree that he's done stuff bad, right?
Yes, but so has every single other president in the world.
But Donald
So
Trump hasn't done like anything good aside from like two things in his first term. That's it. For like the average American, by the way, I
but
should specify that.
it's helping me, which
I'm talking about the average American,
respectfully,
the people who make more than
yeah,
the people
but
who make around $52,000 a year.
but it's helping me. What that's all I
No, it's not
care about.
helping you. It's helping your
Respectfully,
father.
no, but respectfully, that's all I care about, man. So
So you're a single
like,
issue voter.
what
You're a single issue voter.
if it's helping me? Yeah.
If Donald Trump
Why?
dropped a nuke on Russia, and you knew this in the 2024 election, yet everything he did in terms of taxation stayed the same, would you still vote for him?
Again with your theoretical. You know what? I hate theoretical questions because
Hypothetical.
theoretical questions are questions that won't happen. That's why they call it theoretical.
It's
But
logically possible that it could
if
happen. There's no logical contradiction within a
yeah,
hypothetical
so
question.
logically the
We do
world could
hypothetical
collapse at this
questions to
very
see whether
moment.
or not we do hypothetical questions to see whether or not your logic is
No, I wouldn't, because
congruent.
Russia would drop a bomb on us too, which would not help me.
What if we knew? What if we knew that Russia wasn't going to drop a bomb on the United States of America, but the nuclear bomb that we dropped on Russia killed like
A
tens of millions
hypothetical
of young
question.
people?
Like, do
Would you
you
still vote for
seriously
him in the
think
United
that you're
States?
winning? Hypothetical questions are the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life.
You only think it's stupid because you're probably like a 19-year-old beta chud who doesn't understand the reason for hypothetical questions.
Have you
Let
seen
me explain
yourself?
it to you. The reason for hypothetical questions are going to be to determine whether or not your logic stands within all aspects and to
Have you
determine whether
seen
or not there are
yourself?
contradictions.
Are we looking at the same person?
Yeah, guess what, buddy? Amazon's doing a sale on mirrors, buddy. Go buy some. Anyways,
Yeah.
address the hypothetical question, or I'm gonna move on and talk to Jimmy.
Damn. Damn.
Is this like the end of the like debate? Did you like concede?
Did I say that once?
I mean, you kind of like are ignoring all the questions I'm asking, so I'll
Yeah,
take that as a
because
concession.
the thing is, you're just asking me theoretical question after theoretical question. And you're asking me questions
That are
that have
very
no end
relevant.
to it. And the thing, yeah, and I asked you about Ronald
And
Reagan,
I
which
answered the question
oh, no, yeah, it took you only, what, 40 minutes after
because we were
you
talking
and
about
me
Trump. Once we
only,
finished the conversation about Trump, I then answered your pivot question about Ronald
but
Reagan.
you just keep
And
on
then
asking me theoretical
once we
questions,
finished the
man.
conversation about Ronald, well,
Like,
no.
man, like, this is, you gotta agree on some terms, you know? You can't just be one-sided all the time.
How
You
am I
gotta have,
one-sided?
would you, let's say if Donald Trump, because I'm just gonna ask you a theoretical question, the next 3 years, he is one of the best 3 years in office. Would you like him?
How is he the best? And who is he the
No,
best for?
it's a theoretical question, man. If he has had in the last 3 years, he's had the best 3 years any president's ever seen. Would you support him?
I would not.
You would not,
I would not support him.
even though he had the best 3 years in office ever.
Yes, I would not support him.
That just gives me everything I need to know.
Would you like to know why?
What?
Yeah, take a look at his past. That's gonna be the main reason. A and B. Let's take the next 3 years. Let's say he does everything perfect. Let's say that he starts right now, right after this conversation. Do you know how long it's gonna take gas prices to go back down to normal after this war with Iran? It could
You
be
just
until
had.
2020. It could be until 2027, right? So that's already what,
Do
eight
you know what a
months, 8 months,
wartime
right? 8 months.
economy
So
is?
the 3 years is down to 2 months. So 2 months he's done good things. Who has he done good things for? The rich, the average American. Let's say he does it for the average American.
I said
How?
that he had the best 3. Like, that's what I mean, man. Like, you're just so
There's other
locked in
variables in the
to thinking
hypotheticals, buddy.
Donald Trump's a horrible president that you won't.
He
That
is.
even with him having the 3 best years of office ever, if he did, you still wouldn't like him. It's just
Yeah,
crazy to
because he's
me.
a rapist.
Because,
That's why I don't like rapists. I would not like.
like,
I would never like a
come on,
rapist.
man. Like,
Let's say like a rapist. Like, would you like a child rapist who like would you like, because Donald Trump isn't curing cancer? Would you like would you like a child rapist who gave you like $100,000? Would you
did
like
he
love
rape
them? Would
me?
you like them?
Did he rape me?
No, he didn't rape you. He raped like children.
Do I know that for a fact?
Yes, you know that for a fact. Like he raped children, and he gave you $100,000. Would you like him?
Uh, if he donated to the military,
No, he
yeah,
gave you $100,000.
yeah, he gave me $100,000 and he
So you
donated to
would
the
like a child
military.
rapist?
I wouldn't like him. I would tolerate him. I
You
would
would
probably
tolerate
kill
a
him.
child
I'd
rapist?
probably kill him
You
after he gave me the hundred
can't
k.
mention child rapists. That's not a thing you can mention with
Well,
Trump.
he
Or
he no, I do know, but he said he would unalive them. I think that's gonna violate TikTok terms of service. You said he's not a child rapist. I mean, yeah, it's a credible accuser accused Donald Trump of child rape in the Epstein files.
yeah, but we could go back and forth on accusations all day. But the great
It's just a
thing about
credible accusation.
yeah, but the thing is, it's an accusation. The great thing about the West is innocent until proven guilty. That's
It
why we
is
live in
innocent
a
until proven guilty. That's why we should have Donald Trump investigated. That's why I never said Donald Trump was a child rapist. The analogy that I was presenting him, even if Donald Trump did everything good for the next 3 years, within the analogy he presented, he's done horrible things that would make me not like him. Just as the child rapist raped children, he
Mhm.
even if he gave me $100,000, I would never like
Yeah.
that person ever. I probably wouldn't even accept the $100,000. That's the
Yeah,
only
but I
analogy I
think
made. It was
using
an
that analogy while, I mean, we're in a Trump debate, so
Well,
I
the
mean,
analogy is not between Trump and the child rapists. It's between what each person has done, and it's a counter argument to his analogy.